Hey guys, I'm out of the Northwest here in 2 weeks, so I'm just trying to live it up as much as possible, preparing a few things. One of the things I really want to do is sanitize the water system on this RV, something I like to do once every 6 months, and it's been nearly exactly 6 months since I got this RV in Arizona. So for me, that means it's time, while I have the chance, to sanitize the drinking tank inside and the lines and stuff, because as a full-time boondocker RVer, I rely on the water pump and the water storage tank in here for my 100% of my water. Meaning, rarely will I ever hook up a city hose into this right here while I'm at a campground or an RV park overnight for one night. It doesn't make sense. All I'll simply do when I get to that RV park is top off this tank and continue to use my water pump to pump water. So it's very important for me to keep this system clean and sanitary because I will drink right out of the faucet inside. There's a bunch of clouds rolling through, so we're going to have sun off and on and everything. But let me show you how I do it. This isn't really an instructional video, but I definitely want to show you guys how I do it, what steps I go through, and obviously if this works for you too, go ahead. The main thing you're going to want to have is a source of water, unlimited water. So make sure where you start this project that you have unlimited water, and your final destination in 6 to 8 hours, make sure that there's water there as well as dump facilities. But I'll go through all that. Being as I don't use this water hookup that often, I do use it rarely, maybe once a month I will actually use it, and that's a really good thing to kind of keep stagnant water from developing from this fill to the other lines. Because remember, when this is hooked up, it's bypassing your water pump, so you do want to keep water. You want to use this once a month, even if you don't want to use it. Just hook a hose up to it, open a few faucets, let it run instead of the water pump at least every 30 days. I feel like I should say that. The water tank itself, what you want to do is before you start on the day, what I like to do is have the tank half full. So whether it's a 100-gallon tank and you're going to keep 50 gallons in there, or like this, it's a 42-gallon tank, I want to keep about 21 gallons of water in there. Just check your meters and see that it's right around the halfway mark. You might find some information online talking about a specific water sanitizing solution. For this demonstration and for everything I've been doing the last 6.5 years, I've always used bleach. Bleach works fine. It's safe if you do it correctly. I will also mention that in this RV, I don't have a whole lot of fancy stuff. So if you have something like a fancy water filtration system inside your RV, or you have a fridge that has an ice maker, these are all extra things that I'm not talking about, but certainly you'd want to do your research because you don't want to accidentally get bleach into another system. I don't clean the hot water side. I do not want any bleach water in my hot water tank at all, so I avoid hot water completely. But just bear in mind, you might want to do a little bit more research if your RV is one of those fancier ones with a bunch more gimmicks and stuff. I like to get a pitcher. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill this half with water. Back out. Then what you're going to want to do is, for the bleach, you're going to add 1/4 cup of bleach for every 15 gallons of water storage that you have on board. So in this case, I have a 42-gallon tank here. We're going to go just under 3/4 cups of bleach added to this. Doesn't take much there, does it? And then what I'll do is I'll just fill this up to about 3/4 full. Watch out you don't splash bleach in your face. Might want to wear protective gear, eyeglasses, or gloves, just to be safe. You got to get this bleach into your tank fill here, so what I use is one of these bendable type things like that. And then I'll just pour it right in, just like that. Alright, bleach is in there. The sun cannot decide if it wants to stay out or not, so take the sunglasses off. Next, we're going to fill this tank all the way up. Now notice I'm not going to even put a filter on this for the fill tank, because all of this water is going to serve as a cleaning solution and then be drained out anyway, so I don't care. But fill your water tank up until it's completely full. Full. There we go, it's full. Now, I'm going to put the cap back on. This tank is now full of that bleach cleaner and water. I'm going to take you inside for the next step. Okay, now we're inside. We're going to come to the kitchen sink here. Remember, I'm not dealing with the hot water side. I'm only dealing with the cold water side. But I've got my water pump turned on so that it's going to pump water from the tank, which I have the bleach in right now. I'm going to turn the cold water on, and I'm going to wait until I smell bleach coming out of here. I want to smell bleach coming out of my sink faucet. It might take a while. This 0.5 gallon aerator that I have in the sink is going to make it a long time till the bleach gets through the lines. Remember, it's traveling a long ways just to get here. Even longer in the shower. Okay, there we go. I can smell bleach. We've got bleach coming through all of this line here. Turn it off. Come in here into the bathroom and do the same exact thing. Smells like bleach. There we go. Come into the shower area. Same thing. Let this run until you smell bleach. Okay, we're back outside. One thing I kind of forgot to mention with letting the water go through the lines in there, my personal opinion is I want to get the water back down to half full. I kind of forgot to mention that, but run your water pump enough so that you're about half full. If needed, you could even add another, whatever, a little bit more bleach to this since you've kind of diluted it a little bit. I like to add maybe 1 more quarter cup at this point of bleach because now comes the tricky part. This is going to stay half full with the bleach water for the next 6 hours for me. And that's going to entail a little bit of everything, a little bit of standing still. But the main thing we want to do here is go on a trip. We want to go on a drive. We want to go on a very bumpy stop and go type thing. I mean, go off-roading if you can. But what we want to do is drive so that the water that's half full in the tank down there, it's going to be sloshing back and forth and hitting the high corners and the top base and hitting everything that could be anywhere along that tank. Get that bleach water really sloshing around in there. And you don't have to drive the entire 6 hours, but, you know, you definitely want to drive for like, I don't know, 15 minutes and then park for an hour and then try to do another 15 minutes, slosh it up, then park for an hour. And then when you get to the next destination, that's where we'll finish this off. So I've got some stuff I'm going to go do, run some errands, and when I get back here later tonight, we'll finish off this project. So I just got back with the RV. I'm going to finish sanitizing the tank and cleaning that. Look what has arrived. Stay tuned here in a few days. Okay, by all means, this system is now cleaned, somewhere where I'm comfortable with it being cleaned. Now we have to drain the bleach water and put in clean water. So at this point, it depends on where you're at. There might be some people that tell you can just dump it directly on the ground wherever you're at. I don't like to say that, and I wouldn't dare promote that. Did you really just catch a mouse? Oh my gosh. My buddy's cat just caught a mouse. This is Gulliver. Gulliver, did you... Yeah, we see that you just brought us a present. That was very nice of you. I really kind of want to adopt this cat, but they won't let me take him. Anyway, back to the RV here. I wouldn't say dump it on the ground. I do have this... This is my low point here, so the lowest point of the water tank. If I open this up, the contents of the water tank will be drained. And you can put a hose to this. I guess there's several different ways you could do it. I'm not sure, but I would not recommend putting it right on the ground. There's not a whole lot of bleach mixed. I mean, there's a lot more water than there is bleach, but still, let's just be environmentally friendly. The safest way to do it is just to turn the water pump back on and empty the tank manually into the sinks or the tub. Okay, and then once you've got all of the water out of this empty, the water pump cannot pump any more water. We're going to fill this up completely, 42 gallons, and we're going to repeat this process until we no longer smell bleach coming out of the faucets on hand. So I don't know how long that's going to take for everybody. Sometimes it's taken me 2 or 3 times to fill. Hence why I said at the beginning of the video, make sure you have an unlimited amount of water supply where you start and where you finish, because you definitely don't want to have this continue on into a second day where you can't use your water system because there's still bleach in it. So fill it up with water and drain it all out again until there is no bleach smell at any of the faucets. It's easy. Gulliver, I think you'd be a really good travel companion to Jax. mean, with your name, Gulliver, can you imagine Gulliver's travels along with Jack's? Maybe one day we'll get a second kitty, but your owners won't let me take you. And it's kind of messy here in my buddy's carport, but you will notice right here, 2 more AGM deep cycle batteries. I have 4 of those in my RV. There are 2 more. And this bad boy right here, I was a little worried about that right there, but the solar panel is not cracked. This is the exact identical to what is already on the roof of my RV. I'm going to double my system from 250 watts to 500 watts. Stay tuned. Hey guys, this is Jax, my kitty cat. I'm his servant, Eric. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel here on RVing. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up below. Make sure you subscribe, check out all our other videos, and keep following us on the road. Thanks, guys.